One thing I did notice in the first few corners that I took, I was really careful, and I didn't want to go hard because I felt a little unstable, and then the more that I rode, the more willing I was to take the corners at speed. So I did the same corner time and time again, just to go a little bit faster each time, and all of my thoughts about it being unstable were completely ridiculous. It was just that it was a different sensation to the Willia. And I think that comes to probably, I have to check the measurements, but my feeling is it's a much shorter wheelbase and it feels a lot more, not sketchier, just a lot more twitchy, more responsive perhaps. Really enjoyable, but a completely different bike to the Willia. The shifting is fine, the braking is fine, everything's usual. With the Di2, there's not a big difference between Ultegra and Dura-Ace. And
the bike's really fun, it's snappy, it's fast. You want to just rip through the corners. Also, it was a bit smaller for me, so I really had it felt like a little toy. I really wanted to give it some and crank it up the hills. And yeah, nice bike. I think it looks amazing, and it's got Mario behind it, so you're gonna have the cool factor.
But hey, look, this is another one of those really direct bikes. It's probably a little bit less refined than some of the others that we have on review today. You feel the bumps and the ripples the same way that you do on the Villia, but it's a little bit harsher, it's a little bit more, the feedback probably tends to be a little bit more aggressive in the terms that in the way that it rides. Once again, it does have those deep alloyed rims which take a little bit to get up to speed, but when they're going along they really do hum. Ultegra brakes, fantastic, and the shifting, yeah, it's just perfect as well. This was probably the bike that suited me the least of the bikes that we had today, just because of the style of it, and yeah, the fact that it did feel a little bit kind of like it could do with a little bit of refinement at the back end. Yeah, when I was coming out of some of the corners, I did feel it was a bit difficult to get the power down cleanly. Once again, that could be because it's a little bit too short for me, but yeah, it's still a nice bike, and I'm sure there'll be people out there who enjoy it a lot.
Okay, I just rode the Cipollini Logos. It's the second bike I've ridden today, and it certainly looks amazing. It's clearly the most tame of the bikes in the Cipollini range, but it's still you're still making a statement when you get out on the bunch on top of one of these bikes. Like you could do some serious sprinting and win some Italian glory. The feel of the bike is great. I think it has some aero elements to it, but it feels a lot better than most of the aero bikes that I've ridden on the market. So I think it feels like a fast bike should feel. Really rigid in the rear end, and the front, I noticed, super solid. That fork is very robust, and it gives a solid feel. And even both of those big bearings in the headset give it a really sturdy, solid feel, like you could really throw the bike around.